What's going on, traders? Hello, hello. Hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. It's March 16th, 2021. We're doing a recorded video today. I didn't have time to go live. I'm going to be taking a little road trip. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it and do a little lightning round, rapid fire style. Bam, bada boom. Let's get to the podcast list here. Bitcoin, chilling, hanging out on the underbelly of this trend line. Still kind of same as yesterday for the most part. I mean, it had a nice bounce off the daily 21. That was yesterday, though. We're kind of just chilling right on top of this line. I'd like to see this go ahead and get up into the camel hump area back above this line. Otherwise, we might be setting up for a test of the lower end of the range here. Still need a little bit more time to digest this. If this daily closes kind of like this, like a little hammer style candle that we're getting so far, would like to see that really come back and close above 56K for a nice hammer, and that would probably give us continuation to the upside. But right now, just kind of lollygagging, going sideways. Let's see if futures got anything on them. Yeah, futures are super neutral. And right between, smack between the EMAs with the mama splitting them in half. I mean, this is as neutral gets. So really the range is just kind of 54 and like that 56 and a half area. For futures as well, slightly different daily setup on the candle. Actually, a lot different daily setup. You're getting kind of this inverted regular hammer on there, but this one's kind of, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of odd. But daily's still dominant on the futures CME contract, and they're real close. They might give it up today depending on how the day closes, but I mean, this is really close. When it's only like 1 or 2 points away, I'm not really too concerned about that. Close enough is close enough, or close is close enough. 3 hours still bearish though. And what about, but it is neutral on the futures. So yeah, let's see if we can get some little pampy here above 56K, and that probably gets us to test in this little camel hump on mama up around like 58,000 handle, and then we'll have to see what happens after that. But anything back below, I think any wicks back below this 54,000 area probably gets us into the lower end of this range, and that's going to be around 50K. So another little 10% dump possibly in the works here. But again, if we just can take out that 56.5 area, I'd look for a 58,000 test, and then we'll have to see after that. Kind of a little basing pattern here on the 3 hour on ETH. Very neutral though on the daily, neutral on the 3 hour. I mean, pretty much 18 and 1740 below all this here. I mean, that's just range bound for now. There's not really much to talk about on that. Future showing the same thing. Finally getting enough candles for the 200 3 hour to print. So look at that, coming in at a perfect timing to confirm the demand zone right here. So can't really do anything with this until we break out of this range here. Litecoin getting a little bit of pressure here on the 3 hour. Still neutral on the daily though. Again, kind of same read as Ethereum. You got a lot of support down here. 377, 200. So until it really gets out of this 210-ish and 190-ish range, not anything to really talk about. You know, weekly's still bullish. I mean, obviously most weekly charts are going to be bullish on cryptos right now, but yeah, I mean, as long as it's just kind of stuck between this range, nothing really crazy. If it does break the 190 level, we probably come back down and test this horizontal in the 170s. And conversely, if we break up above 210, 208, we probably come up into this hump. And if we can get over the hump, we probably will come back and test this upper end area here. XRP, same shit. Had a nice little pump. Oh, wow, actually a great pump. Above 52 cents, but look at that rejection, y'all. And look at this. The wick on the candle coming right back down. to that stupid horizontal we've been watching for way too damn long at around 48 cents. So just got a little hyped, came right back in the damn range. Lame as hell. Now, is it kind of good? It's stalling right here with all the EMAs. Yeah, for sure. That's not too terrible. And there is some pretty good dominance on the oscillators for the bulls right now. But man, it would have been nice to see this close above this business here on a body basis. But didn't get it, so we're still freaking range bound. We did get the wick above it, so that's a little bit cool. That's a little bit cool. That makes slightly more likely to possibly go up. But, Jesus. XLM, same shit, different day. Same range, different day. 36 cents and about 44 cents. There's not really much to do until it gets out of here. All the EMAs are spaghettied right here within like 3 cents of each other. I mean, yeah, you can't really do shit with that. There's not any edge. Dot kind of actually looking a little bit bad here. Dot's looking a little bit heavy. It's okay on the daily. It's only looking heavy about on the 3 hour, but I mean, it's still in the stupid range crap. I mean, between 38 and about 30ish, it's just nothing. There's just no edge. I mean, the only edge I guess here is range trading. So if you're going to be a range trader, just selling the upper end of the range or buying the bottom end of the range, yeah, that's working. But it's definitely in range trading mode until we get out. Oh, ew. Link is actually looking kind of bad here on the 3 hour, and even the daily isn't very great. Huh. Only because the EMAs, how they're postured. It's still in the same stupid range crap that we're seeing everywhere, but EMA is all open and down, and the 377 isn't sloped down yet, but another day or two of it down here and any kind of new lows, it's going to start curling over. And if the 3 hour crosses the 377, I'm sorry, the 200, the gray crosses the red, that'll be the first time since the beginning of the year on the breakout test for Link at $13. So definitely noteworthy on that. Yeah, Link isn't looking too hot. ADA, man, what the H? Look at Charles go. Look at Charles go. Pretty nice reaction here. False breakout or breakdown here. It was trying to break down, but as long as it held this wick, like we were talking about yesterday, it's okay. And the dollar demand area has proven itself one more time. Nice launch off of this, and even came back into and engulfed all this price action on bodies. And on the next 3 hour, even came back down to test the 116 bottom end of this range we got plotted and got bid back up. So this is actually looking pretty good for ADA. As long as this thing is staying back above this trend line now, there's nothing to be worried about on ADA. Pretty nice. Might have to take some of that off, though. I did scoop a little bit down there. Did I already take it off? Hold on. Bear with me for uno momento. Oh, I took half of it off. That's what I did. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I did that right before I started the stream. I forgot I did that. All good in the hood. Yeah, so that one was just talking about kind of easy risk management on that one, If it was going to, go up from that, then cool. If not, it was going to break down real fast below $1 and definitely below this wick. So, not too shabby. I think I entered around $1.03. Yeah, 1.039. I'm looking at my other screen here. So, yeah, that ended up working out pretty nice. Definitely like that. But, again, that's just like kind of risk to reward, looking in percentages. I was risking about, about 5-ish% for a test up to at least this range. Didn't think it'd go past it, but I was looking for maybe at least a test up to here. So it's like 2 to 1 risk to reward if you like to look at those type metrics. But yeah, so I'm just going to let the other half ride until we break this trend line. See what happens. All right, BCH, bleh, pretty bearish. It's kind of like Link. See, Link? It's a little further than Link's pattern. So BCH is actually about to cross. There is massive resistance at 540, 550 now on Roger Ver here. Even kind of a sloppy topping, like head and shoulders, ugly pattern there. Yeah, this Bitcoin Cash doesn't look very good. Anything back below this wick at 500 bucks, I think we're going to test like 450 pretty fast. Lots of resistance right here at 550. Anything back over 550 though, hey, party's back on. We probably come test 600 again, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get continuation off of that. BSV, Craig. Oh, Craig, you little punk bitch. What the hell? Same shit, different day on Craig. Just sideways riding up this trend line. Look at this. I mean, respecting this damn little triangle like the Jesus man. Boom, boom, right to the bottom. Rides up it for like 3 weeks almost. Craziness. Just like this. Boom, pump it, dump it. And this is probably a liquidity problem. I mean, BSV is not on very many exchanges either, so probably easy to kind of do this. But man, we're getting to the apex. We're about 70-something% full right now. This is usually when they break in the 70% area. So, although in crypto land, I have seen a lot of times where that shit just goes like this and rides and goes like this, and it just goes straight sideways through the apex. It's pretty wild. You don't see that often in other tradables. But it's all good. Maybe this thing can break out someday over 240, 250 and get some legs underneath it to test the middle part of this channel again like it did back here. But it's hurry up and wait on this biatch. That's for sure. EOS. EOS is actually looking all right here. Kind of basing on top of these previous highs on the range that it made all the way back into Corona time. Wow, okay. So yeah, actually, EOS, you can see it has the same 200 and 377 all collapsing, but price is above it on the top side of it, unlike Bitcoin Cash. So that's kind of nice. Oh, sorry, I had to pause the mic for a second. My allergies are kind of kicking my ass a little bit. All right, let's see. Where was I? Yes. All right, pretty major support about 380. Also, pretty major resistance, though, to be fair, at about 420. Same thing as we've been talking about on this formation for a while. Wouldn't be surprised, though, to get some big moves coming up here soon as the 377 and 200 converge on each other. And they just crossed over. Well, they kind of crossed over a few times because they were so flat all the way back into the beginning of the year. Back here was in February before this big run up. And then the last time really it crossed down was back over here when it just created a base before it launched. So this looks all right, though. Above 380. Not too terrible for Dan. Oh, Monero. Damn, Monero's getting its pump on since we started the stream. Look at that. Way to go, Monero. Still in this stupid range, like so many coins, blah, blah. Really has got to get over this 240 area for me to get excited for the bulls. And for bears, if you want to get excited, anything sub 200, 210 probably even does it. But really like 200, then that would give me a little bit of a bear boner. Zcash, sloppy as hell. I mean, super squeezed. Look at that. You can't do anything with this. There is no edge on this trade, on this one. Super ugly. I mean, I guess on the daily there was kind of this trend line on the wicks a little bit. Usually like to have a couple bodies in there, but when you got that ugly ass wick patterns and tails all the time, then whatever. Close is close enough. I guess the best thing about this is it is finding support on top of all these previous local highs in this kind of ascending triangle type formation. So as long as it just holds this trend line and really just doesn't break 125, 128, it's probably all right for another test. And you do have a higher high right here. So that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. But again, just range-ish bound, but it is on the upper end of the range, so it's a little bit better of a posturing than some of these other ones we've looked at, i.e. Dash. So this is like the example I just mentioned. This crap super damn. Like, what do you do with this? It's just in this box right here. You can't really do anything until it gets out of that range. It was making higher highs and higher lows until very recently. Now it is making a lower low. So as long as it kind of holds, though, this wick 210, it's okay, but definitely not the sexiest setup. Doge, the Doge, still just chilling right here around 90 handle, low hundreds. Nothing new about that. Let's go to the dollar pair. Actually, we'll back real quick. All right, so we do have on the Bitcoin pairing, the EMAs opening up right on top of the 200 on the 3 hour with major support right here. So actually on the SAT pair, this looks pretty good. This actually looks like it wants to run back up here to the mid 100s. So yeah, very nice. All right, shit, maybe Doge is about to get some love. Let's go to dollar pair and see if it shows something similar. Almost. It needs a few more candles, and then we'll get chronological order all the way up. But if we just hold 5.6 cents just for the next, until tonight, that will probably happen. So interesting kind of pattern here. Whoop, whoop. Well, double rounded. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's Doge, so I mean, still looks pretty damn good on the daily, this little saucer. I mean, there's a lot of demand right here at the, low 5 cents. Anything back below these wicks, though, at 5 cents, I'd be pretty concerned for Doge. But right now, it does look like it's kind of building up pretty nicely. All right. ES. Little Doji, just kind of struggling. Almost got into the red box today, this morning. Really close, got rejected, but still, there ain't nothing wrong with this chart. We do have a big Fed meeting tomorrow, and so we'll see what happens there. A lot of times we just kind of go sideways and drift slowly up into those Fed meetings, which has kind of been what's happening this week so far, so not too surprising. I'm not taking any big positions on yet until tomorrow when the meeting comes out, which is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. That will happen, so then I'll be a little bit freer, because that only happens 4 times a year that they do the big quarterly meetings. So, for the rate changes. Of course, the rate, 98% of, or 95 actually percent of people are saying on the Fed fund futures that it's going to be 0 to a quarter basis points, and they're usually right. But there is 5% saying that it's going to be negative 25 to 0 basis points. Yeah, think about that. Negative rates. Hey, it could happen. All right. I don't want to talk about that too long. It's supposed to be a faster video. Kind of riding up a little trend line right here. Looks pretty good. I mean, here we hit the target we were looking for, about 13.3. So now here we are. Will it break through it? And I don't see why not. EMA's open up. This looks pretty good. Looks pretty. Jesus. Sorry about the in and out of mic, but you probably don't want to hear on the other end when it's off. All right. So as long as this doesn't break this trend line and really stays above 13K, looks good. And if we get back over 13.3, I mean, this probably will go into a new bull run. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah. Major resistance. Mama agreeing to right around that 13.3 area. The Dow, yeah, look at the Dow. It hit our first target right here at 32, 33K. It's actually 32, upper 32s, but whatever. Now just kind of stalling out here, and losing momentum on the DMI and on the RSI, so not too surprising, especially for the Fed meeting tomorrow. We'll probably just kind of drift sideways into that meeting. But looks pretty good. If we lost 32.5, maybe starts to be concerning. But I mean, really, it actually needs to break like 32. This previous test of a new high, and then this consolidation and acceptance of this zone here. So it really does have to break 32 to get bearish on this setup here. And even then, man, like you still got a lot of support. Dow actually looks really good. The rut. Rut coming back to test previous all-time highs. Nothing wrong with that. You want to see that happen. Almost got to the target at 24. Just shy of it. About 35 points. Kind of rolling over, but finding support on the mama and the 55. And that 2300 level was a very important level, as we've discussed a few times. It's just all these business right here. And it's a nice whole number. So 2300 on rut. As long as it holds that, no problems. Oh, VIX is going sub 20. Look at this, y'all. Uh-oh. We're actually getting closes, open and closes on these candles below the teal box of despair. That has not happened since I've plotted this. Wow, so that is very noteworthy. Is it the calm before the storm? Possibly. Need a little bit more data on it, but wow. Let's go daily. Yeah, bears are definitely trying. Man, unless there's some kind of surprise announcement tomorrow, this is interesting chart. Let's go to VVIX real quick. Yeah, look, VVIX ain't buying it, though. VVIX is staying bid. So that's interesting. So do be careful of that. Off of that note alone, I actually might play some volatility, which I usually don't ever do because that's how I blew out my first account years ago. Buying calls on the VIX because it only can go up, you know, which is booty. That's not true. I even went to a conference one time years ago, and TD Ameritrade, one of their premier VIX traders, was holding that seminar or whatever, and he was saying, "Look, the VIX is low." Oh man, when was this? This is probably like 6 years ago or something like that. I think it was back over here in 2014. He's like, "Look, the VIX is low like this. It doesn't really go below 10 ever. All you got to do is go buy out of the money calls, and you make money." Total bullshit. That is not true. It's not that easy. With theta decay, which is like your premium erodes every single day. And when you're far out of the money, like on VIX, if the price doesn't even come close to that, like you're never even going to get that premium. So you're never even going to get the pay because the price has to really go way past your strike with lots of force to make any money, and it can be just taken away like instantly. So I'm not going to get into that too much. That'll be good for a live stream, but yeah, because I'm already 23 minutes in. Dang it, I was trying to keep it sub 20 minutes. Shit. All right, so let's wrap it up quick. Oil. But yeah, as long as it's riding this trend line, same shit, different day. Looks good. Just cruising. Bonds trying to base here. They really are. Probably awaiting the meeting tomorrow, but just chilling down here, doing nothing. ZN still kind of holding this little mini divergence right there, but it's like so tiny, like whatever. But it is above the trend line. As long as it's holding the 131 20 area, then it's okay. TNX still rallying. You can't stop this shit. It's just we're up in the cluster here at the bottom end of this range. Will it test in the upper end of the range? Maybe. I mean, there's nothing bearish about this setup. Dollar looking real good here. Dollar looks really sexy for a push up into the mid 90s. So conversely, euro, maybe it comes back down and test over here. Oh my God, sorry. All right, so yeah, I mean, if dollar's gonna get some love here, obviously euro's gonna get slapped down. Maybe it gets pushed down into this cluster of business here. Maybe like 117-ish would be like a floor there. DAX, I've added DAX to the list. That's an important one. We're just gonna skip it for today, though. We'll get to that on a live stream tomorrow. Or maybe Thursday. Let's see. Shanghai just beating up, rejection on this steep trend line. But man, if this thing does break here, it probably comes up to 35, 80, 35, 60 with a swiftness. So do be on the lookout for that. DMI still dominant on the 3 hours. So maybe once the DMI starts losing its dominance, then that's probably going to happen. Anything over 34.60, we get some upside. Gold just kind of slowly drifting. I do really like this EMA setup so far. Very quiet though. The last couple days, just kind of chilling, going sideways, waiting for that Fed meeting. Gold usually moves pretty big in these, so tomorrow's going to be a doozy, and again, that's 1 o'clock. Silver is kind of not looking as hot. Rejection from that 26, but it is making higher lows technically, so you do have that kind of like right here happening. So, and it's getting support on the mama for now. Platinum just chilling, still looks okay though. Looks like it's kind of riding up. Anything back over, man, 12.28 on platinum, 12.30 I guess really. Man, probably gets us all the way back up to the 1270-ish area. And then we'll have to reassess there. All right, awesome, guys. Much love. Let's go wrap it up real quick with Bitcoin. We need it to pump here. Hey, well, there you go. There it is pumping. And you ask, you shall receive, I guess. I'm just kidding. That's not how that works. Looks pretty nice, though. 44 minutes. Let's close above all of this. Let's actually really get back above 46.5 would make me feel a lot better. But hey, just like I said earlier, if we can get this daily hammer to close above, or potential daily hammer, there still is about 4 hours left, above the 56,000 area, I would start to feel pretty good that was just some stupid little FUD move, test down, and we're going to have some continuation to the upside, yeah? All right, guys, awesome. And ADA still taking off, jeez. I think I'm just going to wrap it up there, because if I start going into my other list, I will digress, and I'll be here another 30 minutes. So, much love. We'll be live tomorrow, unless there's maybe some crazy movement tonight. I might make another shorter video, but appreciate y'all listening to the channel, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all tomorrow. This is your boy Z-Rex, No Noise, signing off. Peace.